Xayah is just the perfect solo queue marksman as she is highly self-sufficient. She can set up aggressive plays for her team and protect herself from enemy engages, and in this Xayah guide you get everything you need to know in less than 5 minutes. With her optimal playstyle, Xayah is a true lane bully with lots of poke damage, ultimately resulting in a huge mid-game power spike during which you should close out the game. She utterly destroys late-game hypercarries like Kog'Maw or Aphelios, but also short-ranged marksmen like Samira, since they have no chance against you in lane, and by the time they become useful, you should already have won the game anyway. While all of this sounds nice, this is also the great pitfall, because in cases where you cannot finish before the 30 minutes mark, you will fall off hard and the enemy will take over. Piloting Xayah effectively for fast wins does take some skill, as especially your passive requires quite a bit of decision making. While spamming your spells from range is always a safe bet, you need to know exactly when you can or cannot walk up for extra auto attacks for extra feathers. Your auto attack range as such is below average, making this exceptionally risky for you. The range on your Q, however, is truly massive, and this ability is a central piece of your game plan. Not only do you get to poke your opponents for free most of the time, but you also get 2 feathers on the floor without a single auto attack. Once you max out your Q and have some ability haste, Xayah's Q is actually spammable, making her a strong sieging champion. When you eventually do get to auto-attack your enemies though, you get a substantial damage boost from Xayah's W. The attack speed significantly increases your DPS, because you do not spend your gold on actual attack speed items, which makes your small steroid even more impactful. Far more important though is Xayah's E-spell. Bladecaller perfectly complements your Q-spam playstyle for maximum poke damage, but this ability is also the major payoff you get from taking the risk of auto-attacking for additional feathers. Q plus 1 auto-attack is already enough to meet the 3 feather requirement for Xayah's root, and hard crowd control on AD carries is both very rare and extremely valuable for your team. This ability is not nearly as spammable as your Q, so you need to always make a meaningful decision of when exactly to cast it. You can either be greedy and go for more auto attacks, stacking additional feathers, or you can be safe and cast it right away for maximum safety. But even when you miscalculate and the enemy finds an opening to punish your greedy plays, you always have your ultimate as a panic button. Being untargetable for 1.5 seconds is pretty much like having a mini version of Zhonya's Hourglass in your kit, but you also deal tons of damage with the spell while getting 5 additional feathers for your Bladecaller combo, which can single-handedly decide a teamfight. Xayah's abilities are extremely powerful, so your runes and items are carefully picked to maximize the potential of these powerful tools. You go for Summon Eerie, Mana Flow Band, Transcendence, and Scorch, with Magical Footwear and Biscuit Delivery secondary. Summon Eerie is essentially free bonus damage whenever you hit an opponent with anything. Not only does it have a much shorter cooldown than Arcane Comet, resulting in more damage overall, but it also triggers on absolutely everything, including your passive Feather Strikes. Your spell-focused playstyle naturally requires a lot of resources, but between Mana Flow Band and Biscuit Delivery, you should always have enough to pay for all your spells, no matter how long a fight might take. Transcendence is the perfect rune to complement an ability-based playstyle like this, granting you even more access to your spells, and Scorch further adds to your poke damage, enhancing your early game, which is what matters most for Xayah. Magical Footwear is still the perfect AD carry rune, since items are everything for these champions, and 300 gold saved on boots equals 300 gold you can instead use to get your next item faster. Speaking of items, you always rush the mythic item of Eclipse while also buying an early tier of the goddess on your first recall. Lethality is the way to go on pretty much all AD caster champions, and Eclipse also takes care of your staying power with its Omnivamp. You trigger Eclipse's bonus damage with just your QE combo, so it works very smoothly with your regular trading patterns. The early tier of the goddess is necessary not only to fix your early mana, but also because you want to upgrade it to Manamune, transforming it to Mira Mana as fast as possible. With this item in combination with Lucidity Boots, you already have quite a bit of ability haste, unlocking Xayah's powerful sieging potential. Naturally, with Mira Mana's bonus AD and on-spell damage, Xayah's Q-spam starts packing a powerful punch, making it impossible for the enemy to just ignore you. You then finish your core build with Cyrilda's Grudge. Even against non-tanky champions, a Last Whisper item will always be optimal during the mid-game, since armor heavily scales with champion levels. From here, you just want to click the subscribe button and stack more lethality, and Edge of Night is always a solid choice. Your last item can be pretty much any utility item, but keep in mind that most of your games should long be over at this point anyway. As you can see, Xayah is actually quite hard to play, but you can greatly improve your Xayah skills by clicking on the in-depth Xayah analysis on your screen right there.